So here we have our wisteria, we have a lot of wisteria in this yard. It's very invasive, but it is very beautiful. And we're starting to have some flowers right here. And then down here, our neighbor wants to reconfigure his front yard. And I've always admired the neighbor before, her poppies. And I've tried to grow them a number of times. For some reason they just don't ever take. And so we asked if we could take some poppies from his front yard, and we did. So those are going to be planted probably when the moon is in Libra. We want to plant by the moon's in Leo right now, so it's a barren time. We took them out when the moon was in Cancer, so not as damaging. And we're still struggling with the rice plant there. We're still cutting that down. Cut quite a bit down over the last couple of days, but more to come. This is going to be another iris bed here. This is spirea. This was actually planted in the front yard, and I moved it here, and it does pretty good over here. I think it likes a little more sun than it gets, but it's a good it's a pretty hardy plant. In fact, we had one in the front of the yard, I think just one or two, and then a car came flying through the air and landed in our front yard. I don't know how it didn't hit the house, but we're very protected here. I mean, not physically, certainly spiritually. And it ran into the spirea, and I was like, well, maybe we're going to have to, they had insurance and stuff. Maybe we're going to have to go get a new spirea. And what ended up happening is the spirea actually created a hedge that goes right around the front of the property. And now this is starting. This is the dogwood. This is starting to bloom. And when this is in full bloom, it's like you feel like you're in heaven. So that's the story. We still have quite a bit of way to go for things to come in. But and this over here, this was a lilac bush that the neighbor had taken out of his yard, or took it out. There was a big patch. He took it all out, and it was just laying there. And we said, can we have one? And he's such a nice guy. He's like, of course. So we took it and we planted it here. And although we're not going to get flowers, it's good to see that it's pretty healthy and seems to have made the transplant really well. Michael uses something called Super Thrive. Oh, we can see we have some, I don't know if you can see those. We have some lilacs there. He uses something called Super Thrive. You can get it at Home Depot, and it really does help with the transplant shock. It gives them a lot of the nutrients and stuff that they need to help grow roots in the lake. So that's one of his tricks. One of his wife's got such a green thumb. Of course, he's just the green man anyway. Let's take a walk down the path here now that the path is relatively cleaned up. I pulled out a whole bunch of rice plant out of here. You can still see we have some more to go. This really is somewhat of a pest, but it does smell really well, smell really nice when the flowers come out, and the bees love it. So it does help support the bees and the pollinators. And this is the back. This is where we come around the back here. And we're going to come to the burn pile, which is now we're a little burn hill, a knoll. And we can see there's where we had the burn. Michael, the magical fire tender that he is. And we'll eventually use this soil in the gardens and the compost once he gets all, just in case there's, nails and stuff like that in it. All right, so that's the story, Morning Glories. That's what the yard looks like. Have yourself a wonderful day, and thanks for coming this way with me. Let's take a look at the office from here. Oh, okay. Scared something. The wisteria is starting to come down as well there, so that's going to be real pretty. We did cut down a lot of wisteria this spring, so we're not going to have the same flush we had the last couple of years, but it was just too invasive, and we had to take that tree down, which is, we're still in process of that. So always something. It is a joy and a lot of hard work. All right, guys, take care. Much love.